Hey guys, today I'm making an easy tutorial on how to get as many ores as possible. This will be an in-depth tutorial on how to quickly and most efficiently get ores for things like quests and money in Mining Simulator 2. Today I'll go over every world currently released, and if this video does well, I'll update it as quickly as possible when new updates drop. With that, please like and subscribe as the script for this video and data gathered took me a long time. With that, let's get into it. First, we're going to be going over the overworld. The ores in the overworld are as follows. FYI, skip a few seconds ahead if you already know what the ores are. They are coal, copper, fossils, bones, silver, gold, emerald, ruby, sapphire, fluorite, diamonds, mithril, fire shards, unobtainuim, Chromite, and Luminar. I will have chapters added so you can see the specific ores. I'm saying first section. When I say first section in the video, what I mean by this is the top surface is the first section. The second section is the treasure hunt area. With that, the first thing is coal. It can only be found in the first layer. It sells for 10 coins without any kind of boost, meaning pets or rebirths. Next, there's copper, which spawns in the first and second layer. It's the most efficient way to get copper is mining it on the second layer. Copper sells for a total of 25 coins without pets and rebirths. Bones are next. They spawn on the first and second layer. Again, it's better on the second layer if you want to get as many as possible, and they sell for 80 coins. The fossils are the final ore on the first layer. They are very uncommon, only spawn on the deeper part of the first layer. They are most common on the second layer, and they sell for $55. Now we're moving to the second section, which has copper, bones, and fossils as mentioned earlier, but it also has a lot more. First, silver. It is found in the second section and the third section. It's more common in the third, but not uncommon in the second. Its base value is 120 coins. The next is gold. It is pretty rare in the second section, but in the third, it is very common. Gold is valued at 175 coins base, and this ends the second part. We're moving on to is the third layer, which has gold and silver as well as many other ores. First, there's emerald, which is found in the third section, fourth sections, and it is worth about 350 coins. Next, there's ruby, which is found mostly in the bottom half of the third area, but some spawn above that. Ruby can only spawn in the third area, but it's very common near the bottom of the third area, and it is worth 575 coins. Sapphire is found at the bottom 1/4 of the third section and can be found in the fourth section at a value of 900 coins. Next, there's the fourth section, which has emerald and sapphire, as you know, then fluorite, which isn't uncommon in the fourth section, and it's valued at 2,250 coins, but it only spawns in the fourth section. The next ore that spawns are diamonds, valued at 5,500, and it spawns on the fourth, fifth, and sixth sections. It's most common in the fifth section, but it's barely just not as common in the sixth section. Finally, mithril is found at the bottom of the fourth section and can be found throughout the entire map below. It is the most common on the bottom. It's most common on the bottom layer, but it isn't uncommon other than on the fourth layer. It sells for 10,500 coins. In the fifth section, there are a total of 3 ores, 2 of which are mithril and diamonds, and there's only one new ore, and that ore is fire shards. They are fairly rare, and they're worth 17k. They can be found all over the other sections below the fifth, and they are most common at the very bottom of the map. With that, before I continue, if you think the info you have heard so far is useful, please like and subscribe, and if you liked it enough, please share it with a friend if you think that might help them. Sixth layer. We come to the sixth layer where there are 2 new ores added. Of course, this layer is fire shards, diamonds, and mithril, but the first new ore is unobtainuim, which is valued at 35,000 coins. It is very common in the bottom half of the sixth section, but is even more common in the last section. Then, only on the bottom fourth of the 6th layer, there's Chromite, valued at 100,000 coins. It is uncommon on this layer and is most prominent on the final layer, but is still very rare on the final layer. This is the final layer. Mostly everything that is found here is the most common here. The ores that are still here are Chromite, Fire Shards, Mithril, and Unobtainuim. The only new ore, which is pretty rare, is called Luminar. I found the deeper you go into the final layer, the more Luminar there is. It's valued at 225k. That ends the first part of the video.